Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Chris at Christopher Farms here. I've been working on the high tunnel a lot, and I think I told you guys in an earlier video, I have, let's see, it's Friday morning and I have an inspection on Wednesday, so I have to get it done. But I won't have any problem getting it done. That's not a problem. I've got almost one side on the side end wall done, I should say, and then I have the other end wall to get done. And then pull my second layer of plastic over, run some electricity, and it'll be done. So at any rate, it's all wet and heavy dew last night, so I thought I'd take a few minutes while things dry out this morning to do something else. And I thought, well, I haven't planted anything outside the high tunnel lately, and the season is definitely running out for planting outside. So I thought, I've got a bunch of radish, and I got some lettuce, and I got some other stuff that I can put out. So that's what I'm gonna do today. I got a little bit of prep work to do, and then I got my push planter out. Got to dig through the seed vault and get some seeds out. Yeah, let's get going. All right, so behind me is the area that I want to plant in. I had some stuff in it earlier in the year, and it's out now. And I must have tilled it when it was a little damp because there's some dirt clods in it and stuff like that. So I'm going to come back in and just lightly till the surface so I can get a good seed bed for my radish and lettuce and maybe some other stuff that I find. So let me get the tractor spun up and get that taken care of. Hey everybody, I got the tilling done. I'm going to start planting next, but before I do, I wanted to throw out a little thing here for Clyde's Garden Planter. This is pretty cool if you're a gardener of any size, you have a small farm, market farm or whatever. This is pretty handy. I found it pretty convenient. Let me bring it up here, show you guys what it is exactly. So you take this thing, it tells you about spring planting, spring crops and fall crops. Basically, you plant in the spring and you plant in the late summer. And what you do is for spring, you find when your last frost date is up here across the top, and you put the red line on that, and it's about middle of May here. And yeah, put that right there. And so once you get this aligned up, you can look and see what crop that you want to plant, and then it will tell you when you can first plant it and the date, and then when you can expect to harvest. And if you pull the thing over on this side, it'll tell you the ounces per 10-foot row to plant and plant spacing, some stuff like that, and how much sun that plant needs on average day. And then if you go to the other side, slide it over. Yeah, there we go. If you go to the other side over here, it will tell you what companion plants are, how many pounds of yield per 10-foot row. And then, so this is the spring side. So then the fall side, you find your average first fall frost, and say it's sometime in October, and it'll tell you when you can plant stuff, and then when you can expect to harvest it. And then it also has the same information about spacing and companion planting and some stuff like that over on the other side. So this is pretty cool. I like it a lot. It's Clyde's Garden Planter. I don't remember where I got it at, but I'm sure if you do a Google search, you'll come up with this. Not very expensive, definitely under 10 bucks if I remember right. And then, yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty handy because you know exactly when you can plant or when you should plant different things, and it helps out a lot. So let's get to planting. All right, what I have here is my Earthway push planter from Earthway Products. And these are really handy. It saves a lot when you're having to plant a lot of seeds. It's great for garden and smaller farm, but when you start planting a lot of corn and stuff, there's other things that you might want to look into. But it does pretty good in the basic operation. It's self-propelled here with you pushing it, and then that turns a seed plate. I have a variety of seed plates for a bunch of different seeds and things like that. I already have the seed plate that I made up in here. You can order blank seed plates and drill them yourself, and that's what I've done for these radishes I'm going to plant. So that's in there. So what happens is you push this along, it spins your seed plate, it picks up seed, and then it drops it down the chute and into the ground, and you set the depth here for how deep you want it, and it'll drop those seeds in there. And then this chain comes along, sort of covers over the hole, and then this compacts the soil around your seed for good seed soil contact. So that's basically the operation. It also has a little thing here that I'm not going to use, but it will do row markings for you. So if you want your rows to be 12 inches apart or 10 inches apart, you can set this. It'll do a little line next to the row you planted, so then you can turn around and just plant right there on that row. So let me get this going. One thing I will say is you have to be a little careful because it doesn't always want to stand up on its own. So if you get one of these, make sure you're mindful that it may fall over, and if you've just loaded all your seed into it, you may lose all your seed. So these are the radishes I'm planting. The dog decided to help open it. I don't know why. So I don't know, had seed all over the floor. So I'm just going to dump a lot in there. It usually helps if you have a bit of seed in there, just to make sure that it's picking seed up. And then there's also a line on here that says do not fill over the top of it, and my best advice is not to fill over the top of it, because you start getting seeds stuck behind the plate and stuff like that. So with that, let me figure out exactly where I want to plant. One thing you can do to make sure that you're getting your seeds put out and it's dropping and everything's flowing and not clogged up is you can turn this and you'll start to see seed drop out, and I do have that, so that's good. All right, so I've got 4 rows planted, and I think I'll do another 4. All right, got the radishes in. Gonna do the salad blend I got from Baker Creek Heirloom Seeds or rareseeds.com. It is a great place to buy seeds. So I'm gonna do this. This is a pretty neat mix of seed here, neat variety. Oops, dropped a couple. But I've got my seed plate on, and for lettuce, and gonna get some of this in the ground.
Schematic. Take a look at it. You'll find one.
All right, so one step that I forgot, I should have done this before I tilled, was fertilizer. But that's okay, I'll go ahead and put it on the top and get it watered in. It'll help better than not. I try not to put it full, because with the soft ground it sort of buries itself if you get like all 40 pounds of fertilizer in there. So let me do some spreading. All right, now I didn't show you guys this. Move you over here. I got this patch done, and I still had some seed left, so I had some area over here that I hadn't planted, and went ahead and got spinach, iceberg lettuce, and a salad blend over there. All right, so I've got seed planted. Well, I got tilled, I got seed planted, I got fertilized. Now I've got water going on. I hate to water. I'm on municipal water, so I'm paying for that water right now. But I do have a little pond back there. I think I've showed you guys that before. Well, I know I've showed you guys it before. And I've got a pump, a gas pump, so I need to do a little math and figure out what it would cost me to run that gas operated pump and pump water up here out of the pond. Because at this point I'm actually closer to the pond than I am the house, so I have enough hose. But got a little wet, adjusting the sprinkler, had to run down to my buddy's house where I got some stuff stored and find the sprinkler, but it's doing okay. It leaks a lot, so there's a lot of extra water underneath it, but it's not doing too bad. So yeah, we'll let the seed get watered in, and then I was on the radio talking with somebody earlier and they said that there might be rain coming in a couple of days, so that might be nice. Get this watered in really good. So I've got this patch and I got the patch right there. Get watered in. All right guys, that's it. Thanks for coming along. I appreciate it. Hey, if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet and you're interested in farming and homesteading and farmsteading and high tunnels and just whatever else, hobby farming and market farming, you might want to subscribe. I'm going to, I'll have more videos and stuff about doing stuff like this. Probably have some instructional videos along the way at one point as well, and fill you in on stuff that's going on in my life, things like that, like being unemployment, whatever that might be, and maybe turning that into this and whatnot. So hey, also, if you haven't hit that thumbs up button, I'd appreciate it if you thumbs up, and that helps out the channel. Appreciate it guys, and I'll catch everybody on the next one.